Hi, my name's Scott Heron and welcome to this video where I'm going to be talking about the third study on the grade 2 cello exam by Trinity, which is called A Change of Scene. So I set my metronome to crotchet equals 100. So it isn't specified, but I think that's a nice speed. So what's the sort of vibe in this piece? It sounds a little bit like somebody tiptoeing. Whenever I hear the beginning like this, and then it sounds like that, and then all of a sudden there's something really loud, and then again the tiptoeing, and then singing out, and yeah. So yeah, I think those are some of the things that I think of anyway. And it's also in G minor, so it's got 2 flats in it. So that means whenever you set this in a minor key, people often think it's sad or mysterious or something like that. So if you play the beginning line, you play with your eyebrows like this. It is actually marked MF. Did you notice that I was playing quite close to the end of the fingerboard? So it isn't like this really quick. It's not. It's maybe. It's not a mouse. It's mouse-like footsteps. It's more like a human's footsteps. Who's much bigger. So they're still quite healthy. But this really ring it out. So so this piece is all about cello technique. So we've got pizzicato, just playing pizz. So I played round up at the end of the fingerboard with my first finger. If you wanted to be, you could do this. You could alternate them. I prefer just using my first finger. You even use your thumb if you wanted to, but I just use my index finger. The tricky thing is that if you're not used to this, it's holding the bow while you're playing pizzicatos. It's so easy to play pizzicato like that. That would be amazing. However, you need the bow for this note, so you can't have it on your lap or over there because you don't have time to pick it up. So you've got to get used to holding this bow in your hand. So what I do is this. So there's my bow hold, and all I do is I just bring the bow into my hand like that. I curl my fingers up. I bring the frog into the palm of my hand. So I'm hugging the frog, and then I've got this toy gun shape. Stick them up like that. So maybe this is a robbery or something like that, and someone's creeping around. You go, oh, or you're in a haunted house, or maybe there's a robbery. There's a robber in the background with a gun, and he's looking around, and there's someone hiding, and maybe it's a bank raid or something like that. So there's your gun, and what you do is you put your toy gun, you put your thumb against the fingerboard, and that keeps your whole hand nice and stable, and then your first finger's ready to play. And whenever you need to use the bow, look at this. You see how fast that was? So try to get to there really fast. If you find that hard, you could cheat. Would you see this? Do you notice what I'm going to do? What did I do? So I did a left hand pizzicato. So look at this. So I'm pizzicating the first 4 notes with my first finger, but look at my left hand. Then isn't that cool? Do you know that sounds like the first 5 notes of Inspector Gadget? That must be in G minor as well. So yeah, so that's a little aside. So yeah, so make sure you notice the crotchets in the first and second bars. Do you see they've got a little wiggly line going up? So that means you have to spread them. So I play from the bottom note like that. Try and get a nice twangy sound. I like doing them with vibrato, but they'll not be expecting you to use vibrato for grade 2. You don't usually need to do that until you're about grade 5, 6. But isn't that nice even without? So try and get that lovely resonance. Then try to get it faster. And make sure that you aim towards the top note. and make sure the top note is on the first beat of the bar. So 1, 2, 3, 1. There. See, I'm going to the. I'm placing the top note on the first on the beat, and the bottom notes there are before the beat, in the cracks between the beats. Do you see what I mean? What are the other issues? Yes, well, as far as articulation is concerned, articulation. You've got some slurs. So in bar 4, and then in bar 5. So really bring that out, make it really, really expressive. Do you see that at the beginning it says with character? So here, it's very expressive, isn't it? It sounds like there are two people here, doesn't it? Here's the first person, second person, first person, second person. Sounds like that's the second person continues. First person takes over. It's really lovely, isn't it? I think this is an excellently written composition. So there's so much in this. So those are the only articulation marks, really. The slurs, and we talked about spreading the chords, and we talked about pizzicato, so that's good. What about, the notes? So it's in G minor. So you have second finger B flat, B flat, this is the high B flat, so it's back, 2, this is a 3 here, so that's the leading note in G minor, so you need to make that nice and high, it's down to go to here, so make this B flat's nasty, it's tricky, so you've got to move it back, there, so that's like a snake charmer, that's a nice exercise. So same sort of thing here. So you got a B flat, bar 5 back. You got that cheeky F sharp in bar 6, and then a B flat, pizzicato there. So those are the notes you really got to watch out for. The second finger B flats, first finger back on the A string, and your third finger F sharps. And yes, and there's one E flat which is back on the D string, which is in bar 4. So that's it as far as the notes are concerned. What about the dynamics? Well, starts off quite a lot of dynamics here. Starts off MF, goes to forte, MF, crescendo, forte, diminuendo, piano. So lots of dynamic contrast. So I always say to my students, try and exaggerate the dynamics as much as possible to make it crystal clear to the examiner that you've noticed the dynamics. You might think that you're doing them, but I remember playing for my teacher, and I really thought I was doing what was in the part, and he said, no, I'm not getting that at all. I'm not getting that. So I had to really make an effort to, it was like a caricature, but it was only whenever I made a caricature of it that it actually came across, remotely. So make it crystal clear to the examiner that you've noticed everything. So I hope you found this video helpful. It's been fun making it. It's a great piece. I hope you enjoy it. So if you have, please subscribe to my channel. That really helps. Give me a little cheeky like, and press that little notification button to be alerted to the rest of my videos. Ace that exam, and all that remains to be said is Cello!